One of my top games for the DS is Jump Superstars. Mashing together a bunch of my favourite mangas into a Super Smash Bros. Style fighter is easily one of my most played games on the system. So in my search for more baseball games I've never heard of or played, I found the baseball equivalent. That game is Shounen Sunday Shounen Magazine Nettou Dream 9. Combining series from Shounen Sunday and Shounen Magazine such as Major, Ace of Diamond and Cross Game, while using the Power Pros engine for gameplay, I honestly wish I knew about this game sooner. You're presented a few options of modes on the main menu. The main mode is competing in a championship tournament with your chosen team against not only other baseball manga teams, but all-star teams that consist of other series that aren't baseball related. You'll see players from mangas including Hajime no Ippo, Hayate the Combat Butler, and my personal favourite, Detective Conan, taking the field just to name a few. Winning matches will also unlock more players, along with chapters for the mission mode. Thanks to the game using the Power Pros engine as its base, hitting, pitching and fielding all feel great and responsive. All the action takes place on the top screen while stats and the base path is shown on the bottom. Using the D-pad to move the PCR while hitting can take a little getting used to compared to an analog stick, but it doesn't take too long to be able to adapt and start raking. Pitching is just as simple, choose your pitch type and location, press B to throw. For both hitting and pitching you can tap the R button if you have enough meter to use special abilities such as a power hit or stronger pitches. The gauge builds as you make hits, strikeouts and stealing bases, maxing out at 3 stocks. The AI isn't too difficult, so it's quite easy to score a bunch of runs, especially when you have a lot of special meter. Stealing second base is almost always free, even with the low level players, which makes getting into scoring positions common. Speaking of levels, as you win matches you'll see your players gain experience. Maxing a player out will awaken them, granting them increased stats, along with pitchers potentially gaining new pitches. Aiming to awaken a whole team isn't too difficult to do in a single championship run, and the stat increases will carry on throughout all the other modes players can be used in. When you've completed the championship twice using a team from both publications, you unlock both all-star teams but also the extra championship tournament. Here you can create your own team using any player from all available teams. The difficulty does increase a bit, and if you lose a game you have to start all over, but creating a powerful team full of the best players easily negates most of the challenge. Doing well here will also unlock the final bunch of teams and give you the end credits when you win the final match. If you'd like to learn more about the mangas included, then you could always try the mission mode. Playing through the unlocked chapters from the championship mode, you can pick a manga series and relive important story moments complete with manga panel artwork before attempting the mission. While all in Japanese, it's still a good way to get a rough understanding of any series you're unfamiliar with. There's a lot of content here to try out, so it's well worth giving it a go. The rest of the modes are pretty standard. There's a home run derby to take part in, practice modes for hitting, pitching, base running and fielding, and you can also create a team which allows you to play against a friend or the CPU. Finally, in the options there's also a player database where you can view stats and other info for all the players you've unlocked. Even though the main championship mode is only 6 matches long, it's still really fun to keep playing over and over as you attempt to unlock all the players and missions. Games can swing wildly depending on the team matchups, but the tight controls and great gameplay never make it boring. It especially makes amazing plays or comebacks feel rewarding. Graphically it looks good for a DS game with all the players looking like their manga counterparts but in Power Pros form, which fits really well. The addition of using manga panels also adds to the game's charm and character. I honestly wish I knew about this game when I first had my DS and started importing games from Japan, but now I do know about it, it's never going to leave my system. But that's just a brief overview of Sunday Magazine Nettou Dream 9. Leave a like if you've enjoyed the video and leave a comment if you think that this is a game that you'd enjoy. But that's all for me, enjoy whatever you're playing and I'll catch you in the next one.